Should be live. We're doing live.
Let me refresh.
There we go. And yep, we are live.
Beautiful.
Hello, everybody in chat. Let me tweet this out.
There we is.
There we be.
What's up, everybody?
Everybody in chat. Let me just put this to Destiny PS4 Facebook community stream. We got chat. We got a good show for you guys. We have so much to talk about. What's up, everybody? What's up, Rebel Wild? What's up, Sean Graves? Yeah, I threw in some new emojis. I'm gonna back off some of the other ones that people tend to not use and upload some new ones. What's up, Robert?
Cool.
Robert Wills. What's up, everybody? Hey, what's up, Chaos Plays?
No,
good evening.
Little Mo.
Emilio, we'll talk about the Bungie bounty.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Robert?
Let me pop this chat
And we're definitely not going to talk about the last Bungie bounty that I was a part of. That's one thing that we will not discuss. Although, wait a minute, I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will. Yeah. I got stage fright, man.
Did you get stage fright?
No, it was like the fourth or fifth match, man.
Oh God!
We'll talk about it on the air, guys. If you don't know,
okay.
I think we mentioned it at our panel, didn't we? At Guardian Con?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Oh, Christ! Ridiculous.
You're Ofer.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Shadows. I can't stand light.
Drops my eyes.
Like once the lights get in my face, it's so annoying. So I can be dark.
All right. Well, stream, what's up, guys? Thank you here as always for joining us here for Guardian Radio. It's Monday night. You know what time it is. It is football time, but it's also Guardian Radio time.
That's right.
But yeah, we got a lot to talk about, like Sean was saying here tonight, guys. Big week, I think, for everybody in the game. Lots of fun things happening. And had some great articles. And there's a lot of just discussion around now that we're kind of past the 2 week mark, the 2.5, 3 week mark. We're all kind of settling into the hobby of Destiny Forsaken or Destiny 2 Forsaken. So there's definitely a little bit of constructive criticism and quality of life things that people are talking about, especially Infusion with the Masterwork cores. So we're going to be talking about that tonight for sure. So other than that, you boys ready?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Guardian Radio, episode 268. Here we go. Welcome everyone to Guardian Radio, the first and longest running Destiny podcast on the net. You are tuned into episode 268. My name is Mark Turcotte, and joining me this week, as always, from the Dub Den, K-Dub. K-Dub, what's up, dude?
What's up, boys? It's been a fun week in Destiny, and I literally did nothing but play Iron Banner this week.
Nice.
All I did. I didn't do any Ascendant stuff. I didn't do any other bounties. I didn't do anything except for Iron Banner. We'll talk about it here in a bit because I wanted to see how power mattered again and learning where my shoulder charge no longer one-shot somebody. So it was a lot of fun, and I had a blast playing Destiny. And I got in a car wreck this week, too. So it's okay. I made $900. It's all good.
Did you shoulder charge him?
No, he shoulder charged me in the rear.
Oh, God. And you survived.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
That's right. Nice.
A one-hit kill.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, that other voice you heard there, of course, from the Heart of Queens, our King of Queens, Mesa Sean. Sean, what's up, dude?
What's going on, guys? Unlike K-Dub, I tapped out of Iron Banner right quick, and we'll talk about the reasons why. I played enough to get my milestones done. Cashed in a bunch of tokens, got the full Warlock set, and the armor looks absolutely stunning. And a couple of weapons, but there's too much to do in the game, man. Like Kiddo was saying, I was busy doing the Ascendant challenges, doing the Dreaming City stuff. I did parts of the raid, doing the daily milestones, the weekly milestones. I mean, the hobby's back. The fact that you log in, you're directed, hey, go play a Gambit match, Well, if I'm going to go play Gambit, I'm going to go to the tower and grab all the Gambit bounties. You know what I mean? If I need to play Crucible, you know what? Let me go see Shax. Let me get some Crucible bounties done because it may be one match, but all of a sudden I'm having fun. You know what? Let me play a couple more to get these bounties done. Stuff like that.
For sure. Well, thank you everybody here for joining us as always, however you're tuning into the show, whether it's through Podbean, iTunes, your podcast service of choice. And what's up, everybody, over on YouTube, youtube.com/Mesa Sean. We do the show live on Monday nights. Big what's up to everybody over in the YouTube chat. Thank you guys here for joining us. And don't forget, if you want to check the video out, you can always check it the next day on youtube.com/Mesa Sean. You can check the video archive of the show over there. And I want to announce next week, Sean's not going to be here with us, right? Is it next week?
Yeah, next week.
Sean's not going to be here next week, so we have a special guest joining us here on the show. You may know him from his YouTube videos, and that is Fallout. Fallout Plays is joining us next week here on the show to talk some meta. So if you, I know Caleb's been dying to talk some meta here, and you know we're dabbling in it. It seems like the meta is now kind of coming to the top. That's starting to be some of the big discussion around the Destiny community, and so we will definitely
God rolls,
and the God rolls. That's right.
Fallout's from New York too. He's from Brooklyn, so he's a native New Yorker, but he makes really good content. He's like kind of like a scientist when it comes to damage numbers, PvP stuff, accurate. Like he'll test everything out on every weapon type, and yeah, he's got a really good series he started called God Rolls, where he'll go through a weapon and just tell you this is what you want to look for. You know.
Awesome. So we'll definitely be diving into all that with him next week. And next week we'll be doing it live here on YouTube, youtube.com/MesaSean at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. We will be live next week, so be sure to catch that. Last week we announced we were doing a giveaway with our good friends over at GamerGoo, and we asked you to use a certain hashtag. You guys know if you've followed us or if you've seen videos of us and all that, we always say "you're doing it." So we said, hey, we're going to team up with GamerGoo and have you use hashtag #YouGoinIt. And we asked you to send us a picture of a screenshot in the game or maybe just something crazy of yourself, whatever it was. Send it to us on Twitter using hashtag #YouGoinIt. And the winner was at Moneybags133. He sent us a picture of him very, very sweaty because, as you know, GamerGoo is something for your sweaty hands. It's a deodorant you put on your hands that enhances your game by not having you be sweaty on the controller. And man, Moneybags133, you were looking pretty sweaty in that picture. So,
so
congratulations, man.
He's in his reflective vest, like a work vest, and his hair is all like, it was so funny. Yep. It was just the best picture.
Yeah, so he's won himself a GamerGoo prize pack, so he gets one full bottle of all three of the different scents they have. They have cinnamon, they have peppermint, they have orange. And as well as a GamerGoo t-shirt. So Moneybags, I'll be reaching out to you through Twitter, through our Guardian Radio account, so make sure you have your DMs turned on. And if you want to get yourself some free GamerGoo, you can go to gamergoo.com. They have a free trial over there. You can check it out. Like we said, it helps put it on your hands, make your hands not sweaty. So if you're in some sweaty Gambit matches, even hell, some sweaty raid encounters, and unfortunately, Iron Banner's gone. But what's coming up soon, guys? What's the game mode that's coming out? Breakthrough. You're going to get some sweaty breakthrough matches. So go to gamergoo.com. You can even use our promo code Guardian. Get yourself 10% off your order. Or like I said, he's got a free trial over there. Try it out. Trust me, it's great. I know Kato's been using it. Hell, I've even been using it almost every time I game now. I've just gotten into the habit of putting the stuff on. It's great. Gamergoo.com. Use promo code Guardian. Get 10% off. All right, boys. Are we ready? Let's do this. Yeah, lots of news to talk about this week. Let's move on to our news segment that we call Dispatches from the Traveler. All right. Well, first up in news, before we talk about Iron Banner, let's talk about a little sweaty match that may be coming up this Wednesday on September 26th.
Time to hunt down Table Sean.
Table Sean.
The Bungie bounty. Sean, Mesa Sean is going to be the Bungie bounty this week in Gambit. Sean, what are your plans? What are you planning on doing there?
I'm going full sweats. I mean, everyone's going to see my loadout anyway, but I'm going to Warlock, Dawnblade, Will of Radiance. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'll just say it. I love the Sleeper Simulant. I love it.
Until it gets nerfed.
For now, like you do.
Even when it does get nerfed, it's just the aim is getting nerfed. For
someone like me that has terrible aim, that thing works wonders, man. But I'll be going full sweaty. I'll be going Sleeper Simulant with Icalo shotgun, and hopefully. So here's how it works. With the Bungie bounties, I have to play Gambit by myself for 2 hours, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. If you match with me and you're on my team and we win, you guys get the emblem. If you match with me and you beat whoever I'm with, you get the emblem. I cannot play with anyone else. I have to go in there solo. I'll be streaming it right here on YouTube, youtube.com/MesaSean.
It's such a disadvantage, dude, having to go solo in
there. I know.
The thing is, I got to make it fair, because if you went in with a stacked team,
right,
especially with Gambit, man, it's hard playing solo sometimes, you know. But I've had some pretty good comebacks playing solo. But I plan on going probably Icalo shotgun, and if I could convince my blueberries with me to go in and do the wake and bake strategy, where I literally just plop the Will of Radiance right about when he does the foot stomp, and then just bake him with the Icalos and Sleeper, you know, if you want. So so Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern to 4 p.m. Eastern, if you match with me. I am in New York City, so more than likely, if you're on East Coast servers or
Northeast
United
servers,
States, but I'll be streaming it live, so you guys will see who I'm matched with and stuff. And
awesome. And on PS4, they're asking in the chat. It'll be on PS4.
Yes, yes, I'm sorry, PlayStation 4. Yeah,
Yep.
I will be on PS4. And come try to get some emblems. I'll be solo, so it might be a little easier for you guys to get some emblems. But then again, if you're on my team, we got to fight as much as we can because you will get an emblem. That's right. If we win, it's a really cool emblem. I've never gotten that emblem before. I really want to. I wonder, do I get it myself?
I think you do. Because we, when Guardian Radio was the bounty back in D1, we got the bounty or the emblem.
Should we talk about that, Mark? That
no,
match was interesting, right?
We can just move on past that.
No, you don't really want to talk about
that? For those that don't know, the Guardian Radio back in D1 was one of the Bungie bounties. And I think I am the only person still to this day on the Bungie bounty to not get a kill in one of the matches. I was like 0-16 for a match, whatever it was. I got stage fright, dude. I don't know. No, it was like our 4th or 5th match. I don't know. It just got to the point, I think, where I just kept getting killed and getting killed and getting killed. And I said, you know what? Screw this. We're just going all out. We're going to plop up the goose egg.
You were on that map where you can get spawn trapped. I forget which, what was one of the D1 maps. Yeah, and you were getting spawn trapped. I remember that.
Yeah, it was great. So
it's funny.
But I'm looking forward to it, Sean. I'm definitely can't wait to see how it all plays out. I'm actually off Wednesday too, so I may actually go after you. I think
log in, man.
I think
we'll have to find somebody up in New York. Let's get LBX boy to jump on.
Yeah,
he's right in New Jersey, man.
Somebody up in the Northeast and go after him.
Because I run into so many people who send me messages that are subscribers that are in New Jersey or New York, and they're always like, dude, you again in the tower? You know what I mean? Like, I run into you all the time. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Awesome.
Funny.
Let's see. Iron Banner is ending tomorrow. And, of course, this was the first Iron Banner of Season 4. Power mattered this time around. Lord Saladin was bringing some of his new equipment along with him. What do you think? I know, Sean, you said you didn't play that much. I literally only played one match. We'll talk about why kind of in a little bit here. But, Caleb, what were your thoughts? I mean, you were I think, the only one that really dove in.
It was really
Banner.
I said this before. It was the reason that I wanted to level up was so I could play Iron Banner effectively because power is going to matter again. Because I always wanted the carrot on the end of the stick of why do I want to play and level up? What's the point? It's so that you can be more powerful than somebody when you're playing against them. And so, and I only got to, with the loadout that I wanted to use in Iron Banner, I was only 519, usually 520 sometimes. And I was just trying, the fun to me is, again, here we are chasing random rolls, and the meta now matters, the rolls matter, and I had all these tokens left from the last time that I played Iron Banner, which I played just to get 300 and some Iron Banner tokens so I can jump in there and grab a bunch of gear and go into Iron Banner. Now, I know we had the little glitch, and I was kind of pissed at first, but then it makes sense that, you go to get... I was pissed at first, because I was like, oh, sweet, 526, and dropped to the 507. I'm like, what the hell? But it's, it was just, it was a glitch as far as them showing that it was going to be a powerful drop, and it shouldn't have been. That's fine. But the fun of it was, and Sean, it was hilarious. All you would get was armor. Armor.
God.
It was hilarious.
Non-stop.
But I got a lot of guns, and I was trying, at first I just went into Iron Banner, and I was playing around with the loadout that I usually go into PvP with, and I was getting smoked. And I was getting smoked by Vouchsafe. And that's a scout rifle from the Dreaming City. I was getting just crushed by it. I'm like, okay, I got to come up with some other guns. I don't have that gun. So I started turning in my tokens and getting guns from Saladin, and I ended up getting a really good Claws of the Wolf, which is the pulse rifle. And I got a really good loadout a really good roll where it makes it really stable, because if you don't have stability on that thing, it jumps all over the place and you're nuts. And I got a really good stable roll with extra damage and I think outlaw, and I just started mowing people down. There was not a game after I got that gun that I didn't have 30 kills. I got up to 42 one time. Usually I was 35, 36, 38. And it was just ridiculous. And I was 519, and I was demolishing people, and it was just beautiful to use just your primary weapon and just smoke people in Iron Banner. It was awesome. And the funny thing was, I was running shoulder charge, lightning grenades. So, I was running Striker Titan, and my shoulder charge would not one-shot somebody that was 530 or above.
That's awesome.
So that was it was 10 light, I think, was the one that set it apart, where it wasn't a one shot. If they were 529 or below, I could one shot them.
Wow.
So that was another cool thing to see where that difference was and kind of how that is playing out. And it was so much fun playing Iron Banner. I loved it.
Cool. I mean, the reason for me why I didn't really dive into it too much was I went and checked, of course, Saladin for the bounties, first thing I did. And there were only 2 that really granted the powerful gear.
Powerful gear,
right?
yeah, just 2.
And honestly, guys, I mean, this is really a good thing, is that when I logged in on Tuesday, I almost had anxiety. Because there were so many, I mean, I was having like, just this anxiety of there's so many things in this game to do right now for me to get more powerful. I just want to do them all. And I was thinking in my head, like, will I be able to get through them all this week? Because the week prior I was on vacation. This week I wasn't. And so it was like, man, I got to do this first. And I was plotting out each of my days. And when I step back and look at that, that's what we've wanted from Destiny. I've wanted it to be the hobby again. So for me, honestly, Iron Banner, like, I just didn't have time for Iron Banner this week. It was just one of those things where I wanted to jump in, but I was like, you know what, maybe the next go around when it comes back in 3 or 4 weeks, when I feel more comfortable in my loadout and I really want to jump in, that's when I'm
The reason it was
a
big deal for me this week is because by the time it comes around next time, everybody's going to be maxed
Everybody's going to
out.
be the same. No, I agree. Yep. I see what you're saying. But I don't know. For me, it was just like I'm so right now caught in just the hook and the fun of leveling up my Guardian. But you know what? The one thing I will say, it didn't seem like, and maybe this is me just not seeing it, but I didn't see a lot of people really complaining about Iron Banner this go around. I mean, maybe, oh, here goes Sean. I was gonna say maybe outside of the people, maybe with the power mattering now, maybe people having an issue. Because I saw someone in the chat say he was 430. And he said he was just getting his butt kicked.
Yeah, 430.
Out there. Yeah.
Smoked,
so, but Sean, what was your problem with this go around?
Well, let me talk about the good stuff. One is I love the fact that power matters again, because I remember first few games I put on my Crucible gear, which is the stuff that gives me benefits within Crucible that I'm not putting, because normally I always wear the Dreaming City gear on my Hunter and my Warlock. And all of a sudden out of nowhere, man, I am getting just two-shotted by everything. I was like, wait a second. Oh, I dropped myself down to like 519 or something, and then I bumped it back up. Just forgot about the perks on my armor, went up to like 547, 550, and then I was able to do some damage. But for me, the problem was, man, all right, I played 15 games. So let me just preface this with my experience. Played 15 games to do my milestones. Well, actually, no, probably less than that, because I didn't do the Titan. I played about 12 games. I'd say 80 to 90% of those games were mercies on either my side or the other side. Every game, everyone was trying to get power plays, and when a power play hits, locks down his
because it was a bounty. There was a bounty
one of the bounties.
Yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
hold on. Locks down the zones, and everyone then starts hiding, and it's going to be a mercy like instantly. I could maybe count on one finger how many games were actually kind of competitive, where we got, whoa, that was kind of a close match. The rest were all mercies, whether we were mercing them, and I was by myself. I think I played 1 or 2 games with some friends, but then my friends who I play with all the time, Rocco, Krypton, and those guys, they were having a blast this whole Iron Banner. So maybe I think I need to give it more time. But my experience was I feel like the bounties I felt were too much of a time investment at this stage in the game for myself, because I have a hard enough time trying to make YouTube videos every day and working on my own character. So it's like, you know, I'm addicted to the Dreaming City. Anything that I need to, I want to go see Petra every day and do the Dreaming City.
Yep.
I got the Ascendant Challenge, the Wanted Bounty. I've got challenges. So my focus this week was not Iron Banner, because only 2 of the rewards, which were grinders right there, were to get powerful gear. There's so many other things, and I want to get my power level up. You know, I'm like 550 something now, and I was able to do the first raid encounter on 2 characters, which we loved. So much of a fun experience. So my goal, like you said, Mark, too much stuff to do. So I had to prioritize, and 1 is work, making YouTube videos, and 2 was working on getting my power levels up. So my focus was really on getting power up by doing challenges and doing whatever else was in the game that the director was directing me to, less on Iron Banner. But I felt like when I looked at some of the bounties, you know, we remember the D1 days where it was, you had the tempered buff. So you could make up for a whole week of having a busy week, and then Friday through Sunday, you could grind it out. I felt like if you were a weekend player, you probably had no chance of completing a lot of those bounties. So I'm wondering if they're going to tweak those bounties.
The powerful gear bounties.
But even some of the regular ones, weren't they
Well,
like
wasn't one just like, what was the 2 weeklies? Was it just play 15 matches?
No. Okay.
Like
the powerful ones were
100 kills.
Was 100 kills, precision kills, I think.
It had to be precision. Final,
and then one was kills when you have a power play active.
That's what it was.
So that's why everyone was rushing for power plays. And for me, look, I come from the Call of Duty community many years ago. Nothing is more annoying when people triple cap. Nothing. I'm like, do these people not want the game to go on? Like, do they want to end it in like 2 minutes because they keep triple capping, keeping 2 zones, and then fight the whole time? Like, to me, that's a fun game of domination from COD or Control with Destiny 2. But I don't know. I think things need to be tweaked a little bit. I myself would maybe recommend changing that power play bounty because it felt like everyone was going for it, and it makes sense because you want to.
Well, I mean, yeah, that dictates the gameplay at that point where people aren't playing like they normally would, and you can understand what they were going for there, but if it kind of ruins the gameplay experience,
it makes you PTFO though. It makes you play the objective. The objective of Control is to cap points, and that's also if you're going for those power plays and you get power plays. If you have a team that gets power plays, you're gonna have a mercy. So that's sometimes why you were running into that. And I know I was playing solo the majority of the time, and as soon as that game went live, I went flying to B. And I know I got lightning grenades because I know some of them are going to do it too. I get to B, I throw a lightning grenade on the wall, and I just let them go in there and try and cap it and all die. And then I take B. And then next thing you know, we've got 2 things, and then they're respawning at C. We spawn trap them, get in. So if you have, kind of a plan on how to attack it and you know the map, you can absolutely mercy people. But if you don't and it goes the other way, you can definitely get mercy.
What's funny? I mean, you think back to what Iron Banner kind of was supposed to be, and maybe it still kind of is in this instance, was supposed to be like an end game activity. The fact that we now have Destiny 2 with an end game location, you know what I mean? Like Sean, we're talking about, that's really what the problem for me was I didn't really need Iron Banner right now, and that grind that was there just wasn't worthwhile for me to do it. But again, I didn't even think of that like this. You're right. This is probably the first and really only time power is really going to make a big difference. A month from now, we're all going to be, 570,
it's only going to be casuals that come in that haven't leveled that are going to be like, this sucks.
Just one quick, I think Sire Sem in chat says, same with Gambit bounties. People don't care about the game, just banking 15 modes. But the weird thing about Gambit is I'm the opposite. All I want to do in Gambit is win. And all I'm thinking about is how can I bake that Primeval? How can I, I've got it down to the strat where, okay, we called in a Primeval. I want no one to do boss on the damage. Oh, there's the invader. He wasted his time right now because the Primeval's at full health.
That's why it's so important to take down those envoys first. That's why you want to make sure you take down. Don't even look at the boss. Take down the envoys and clear everything on that whole thing. So there's nothing but the boss left. Let the invader come in. If he kills you, who gives a crap? You didn't do any damage yet. You didn't heal anything.
Yep.
So Crucible, I sometimes don't care about the object or winning. I care more about getting kills and getting some good gameplay for background. But Gambit's the one game mode, man. I am that idiot that actually gets killed killing ads because I'm rushing into yellow bars with an Ikelos, putting
it's
rifts.
Sin number 1, by the way, too. It's the worst.
What I love to do, man, is go into, let's say it's round 2 of a Gambit match, and I've got my Well of Radiance. I won't use it. I never save my supers. I use them every single time. And I know a lot of people save the supers for either killing Guardians when they invade or for the boss. I use it every chance I get to make orbs for my teammates, and nothing is more fun than when it says Cabal over at the rig or whatever. I go right to the rig. I jump, Warlock jump. I'm hovering over, and I pop my Well of Radiance.
Mary Poppins, and then there
you go. I stand in the middle of it, and I'm just laughing at all of them, watching
That's
my
awesome,
overshield go down and up, and then the teammates then come in there, and we're all just standing there, waste, and you see your mini map light up with the triangles. There's like 30 of them because everything from that. So to me, Gambit has been, in my mind, I've just wanted to win so much more.
As a Warlock, I could see that that's definitely the case. As a Titan, I'm always running Solar Titan because I want to make sure that I get my melting point on the boss.
That's what I do too, man.
And I run in hammers as soon as they come out. I use my hammers on one of the envoys, and I can usually take one of them completely out myself. If the rest of the team takes the other one out, and then we clear any blockers that are there, then we're good. Look for the invader, take the invader out. Now let's work on the boss, and we usually melt them by then.
That new Sentinel super, man. Claude from Bungie did what a good job on those supers, man. Because I finally, that was my first new super I unlocked for my tie-in, and I've been having a blast with that. Being support, just being support-wise. Where like if I'm doing a public event or even a Gambit and stuff, I look to see where the Guardians are. I pop the super, and I'm just holding there the whole time. Then they finally get the gist of it. If they stand behind me,
Yep,
shooting,
you can shoot through.
doing
Yep.
damage, and nothing.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
great.
I'll be
super.
honest, man. I'm still waiting for my third seed, of course, because I haven't really dove into the raid. Which, by the way, Dylan said that's not the only way to get the third super, which I know people were
There will be
freaking
more.
out over. But for right now, that's all we know right now. But I chose the Missile Titan,
Yep.
which is
Superman.
It's cool, but I'm kind of regretting it now that I gotta wait so long. I really wish I went with the Sentinel, Sean. I do. Like I'm just sitting there thinking, like, man, I need my Bubble Bro back. That's what I want.
Yep.
So I don't know. Let's see. Let's talk about this new PvP mode that's going to be launching here. And that's Breakthrough, launching tomorrow. This was revealed in the weekly update. And I want to go through some of this. This is kind of just telling you what the game mode is about, because I know some people are still a little confused at this. But by the time any of you are hearing this, it will already be out. But Breakthrough is launching this week at Reset. And here's how it plays out. So at the beginning of each round, players will fight to capture a central zone. And once that zone is captured, your team will deploy the breaker. As players work to deploy the breaker, the zone can be contested. So it results in kind of this tug of war going back and forth between the two teams. Once the breaker is captured, it is used to assault and hack the enemy team's vault. And so they're saying that if you hack the team's vault, you win the round. And if you fail to hack the enemy team's vault within the round time, you lose. So think how Countdown, if you don't plant the bomb in the right time, you lose. If you're in the process of hacking the team's vault when time runs out, you'll enter sudden death, just like Countdown, until you either hack the vault or the enemy removes all of your progress. First team to win 3 rounds takes the match. So
It's kind of like Payload.
Yeah, kind of.
It's kind of like Payload. So it's one of those things where whoever takes over that first thing, it starts moving towards the other thing to hack their vault, and you need to go ahead and take that, get
so
that.
It's Overwatch.
Right, exactly. So
it's awesome.
That's like, hey, it's Payload in Overwatch.
Yep.
So, but it's a little bit different. So it's going to be interesting, and I'm looking forward to we got 4 new maps coming. One of them being a PlayStation exclusive. They all look really, really cool.
Well, it's 4 plus a PlayStation exclusive. So if you're on
right,
PlayStation, you're
correct.
getting 5, actually.
So they look really, really neat. As far as the thumbnails we've gotten to see, the artwork's always awesome.
Yep.
But I'm really looking forward to this. I'm really hoping that it's more fun than Payload. Payload was okay, but I'm hoping it's more fun than I think it will be, just with how our gameplay is.
I think it would, because I think this is going to be quicker. The fact that there's multiple rounds, you think like an Overwatch. I mean, they'll do like a best 2 out of 3. This is win 3 to take the match. So this could be like 3 out of 5. So these matches, you're not going to be sitting in there for a long time, because sometimes an Overwatch match can go 10, 15 minutes on some of those Payload matches. So this is going to be much quicker and snappier, I think. But it is set to launch. It's going to be in a featured playlist this week, which I think is great. So people can dive in, check it out, get a feel for it. And then it's just going to be added to the competitive playlist after that. And then it said it is going to be available in private matches on September 25th as well. So
if you want,
it sounds like a fun game mode. I definitely, because I don't particularly care for what's the kind of TDM that's in competitive? What's it called? Survival.
Oh, right. Yes.
Sure.
Not a big fan of that, because it's just like glorified team deathmatch. Countdown, I think that's got mixed reviews.
Countdown.
I like Countdown.
I like
because
Countdown.
It's an objective. It's like search and destroy.
Search and destroy is what it is. Yeah.
I like that. This definitely is heavily objective based, and I think I'm gonna like it. I think.
The funny thing is on Countdown, and I think I said this last week a little bit. I went into competitive the week before, and I was playing some Countdown, and we started playing Countdown ever since the D2 reveal back in LA. And so I've gotten to know that game mode pretty well, and I've gotten to know those maps pretty well. And it's funny, as a Striker Titan just destroys on Countdown, literally because of lightning grenades. You cannot go defuse my thing because I'm gonna have a lightning grenade sitting there. You're done. And I literally get triple kills just throwing. I start it. I park by the thing because I know where they're coming. And when they come to defuse it, I just pitch a lightning grenade and go around the corner and just hang out.
That's all you got to do.
It's so great.
Yep.
But I like Countdown a lot. It's a lot of fun.
Yep. So, I think this is going to be a cool mode. I'm glad they're putting it in its own playlist so we can go in, check it out. And I'm hoping that the new maps get on the good rotation, because, I mean, you put in here this new Gambit map that launched. I think when we recorded last week, these were out, that and the Strike. I still have yet to get the new map.
In
Gambit.
The Dreaming City one?
Can't get it, Sean.
Can't get
it.
It's really cool because you have so many different ledges, and you've got kind of like Vexy like portals. That's another big thing too on the Cabal drill. No, on the drill map. that one portal will get you from the complete left side of the map all the way to the right side
Can
really
I
quick.
say I hate that map in Gambit?
I love that. No, the one I hate is the one where you could fall all the time.
Oh,
That's
I
the one I'm
hate
talking about. That one. The one that's got the different platforms, and I'm like, I hate that map.
No, that one I'm not a fan of because I fall
I
a lot.
literally want the T-shirt. I hate this map. I want that shirt.
The one map that I was talking about was the one with the big drill that's in the middle. That's
yeah.
That one's the Vex portal that will take you to. If you're on left side, it'll bring you right to the right side.
You ever been killed by the drill?
No.
You can.
Well, I've fallen down there, and I thought I was dead. And all of a sudden, it goes, whoosh, and I'm back at the bottom for some reason. But the new, the Dreaming City has, I think, a portal on each. No, I think just 2 sides. I think there's multiple portals. So just if you know that you're grabbing something, just go and run through them and see where you get teleported to.
Yeah,
it's a great map. It's beautiful. Anything on the Dreaming City looks beautiful.
Of course.
Yep.
Before we move on here, guys, let's thank our good friends over at On Air PC. So if you're looking to game on the internet live and you want to do so on a PC, check out On Air PC, our good friends over there. Give them a call. Believe it or not, yes, they want you to call them. Call them at 330-850-1525. You can see that on screen now or down in the show notes. You call over there, you talk to Ryan or someone else on the crew, and these guys will figure out what it is exactly you want to stream on the net, what game you want to play, be it Destiny 2 or Fortnite or whatever the game is. They'll ask you what service you want to go on, and they will build the PC specifically for what it is that you want to do. They play on the system for 24 hours before they mail it out to you, and then once you get it at home, they get on the phone with you and help you set up your system and get you live gaming on the internet right then and there. So it's a great way. It's a little bit of a different way to buy a PC, but it is honestly the better way to do it. Rather than just go to a website, see a drop-down box. Most people who don't know much about PC gaming just pick whatever the most expensive PC is and say, it's expensive, it's got to be good, right? Well, not always, especially if you don't know exactly what you want to do and you're buying something that's not built for this. Well, On Air PC is here to help you. Give them a call, 330-850-1525. And right now, if you do that, and especially if you guys are listening to this and you like playing Destiny, which chances are you do, they will hook you up with a copy of Destiny 2 and Forsaken, and you will be ready to go playing Destiny 2 right now on PC. And hey, if you want, even stream it live on the net. So again, check out On Air PC. Give them a call, 330-850-1525. You can find it in the show notes and, of course, on the screen right now. So big thanks again to them for helping support the show.
Yep.
Let's see. Also in the update this week, Bungie was at EGX. This was happening in the UK. And, you know, unfortunately, I didn't get to see this panel. Sean, did you?
I didn't either.
I missed it totally, too. The only thing I spotted was a Game Rant article that Scott Taylor mentioned that Festival of the Lost will be coming back.
Awesome.
And that I think they might be considering reworking the Masterwork core system for Infusion. Or at least that was the title of the Game Rant article, but...
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a second.
Yeah,
we're getting there in a second. So there's this great, from everything I've seen on the net, it seemed like it was a pretty good panel. So this was a panel of them building the Dreaming City. So if you're interested in that, that is posted up. This week at Bungie also had a great interview with Clan Redeem talking about getting World's First. These guys were literally on the verge of collapsing. We talked about the race last week, but it's very cool. Gives you some insight into them. Check that out.
The one thing I wanted to add to that, one of the things, if you read the This Week at Bungie and they're talking about in that interview, they got to the last encounter 6 hours after the first team got in there.
Wow.
Crazy.
And they still accomplished World's First. And that's where they were like, you know, we were like on the verge of collapsing, and they worked together so well to get that final room done, that final encounter done with Riven. Dude, they got in there 6 hours after, and they still got World's First.
Wow.
That's nuts. So props to them, man. Really good.
But then let's move on here to the big conversation for the week. And Sean mentioned it, and this is kind of all over. I even saw Paul Tassi wrote an article for Forbes on it, and that is the state of the economy right now in Destiny 2, and more specifically, the economy of Masterwork cores. And I guess it was mentioned at EGX by, like Sean said, by Scott Taylor, that they're interested in looking at doing something with the economy of Masterwork cores. Because right now, this is something that is kind of a big deal. They're pretty scarce. I mean, you need to infuse weapons. You have to use Masterwork cores to then Masterwork weapons. The 10 levels they need to go up, you have to use Masterwork cores. What is it, 25 cores, Sean, does it cost to completely Masterwork an item?
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
I don't know. I only masterworked a tier 10 one, and that was my Tiger Spite because I love it so much. But
Yeah.
I started on Claws of the Wolf, and I'm like, okay, here's finally a gun that I want to masterwork, and I got it up to like 6, and I'm like, it's too expensive. So because I'm down to like 18 masterwork cores, and I had a crap ton of them, and so it's one of those deals where I literally have not masterworked a single piece of gear because it's too expensive.
Yeah.
And it holds you back from being able to level up the things that you want to use. Now that we're getting closer to that end game, you know, leveling up your stuff, and you're getting to where you're getting towards max light. I mean, I'm not there. I'm not there yet, but I've literally not masterworked a single item yet because it's too expensive.
Yeah, well, I think the issue is there needs to be a difference between masterworking an item, which I could see the cores being somewhat scarce with that, but the fact that you need to use them, like you said, Caleb, to power up, to infuse. I mean, they shouldn't even be a part of that at all.
I've got a big tangent like to go on this one. So
Go for it.
The way I look at it, the economy to me right now has made gear more meaningful, right? Because I can't just find something, I like it, infuse it, make it a masterwork, and I'm done with it, right? Right now, and I was doing that, and I was burning through cores because I love the Dreaming City gear set, because you need it when you're on the Dreaming City. You do so much more damage. I did a whole breakdown of how much mods were, how much extra damage mods do, or how they all work, and I cover Riven's Curse and Riven's Blessing, and the bonuses are amazing. But it got to a point where I need to power up, and I'm running out of Masterwork cores, right? So I like the economy the way it is because it makes me value things. But hold on. What I would like them to do is keep it the way it is, but provide challenges, quests, or bounties that you can do daily or weekly that are not simple, that are not challenging. That if I go do XYZ for whoever, he's going to give me 10 Masterwork cores, and I could do that every 3 days or something like that. Or if I complete whatever strike with using a particular way, complete a strike with a hand cannon or something, you're guaranteed this. You know what I mean? Give us direct routes, because then we don't want to be pigeonholed where we're not infusing anything and we're not masterworking anything. Because I mean, I miss generating orbs nonstop from my Nameless Midnight.
Me too, Show. My Nameless Midnight, man. I wish I could do it all the time.
I'm not generating orbs right now, but if we had them all over the place, we'd be bored right now, because all of our gear, we'd find a piece of everything, all our armor, weapons, everything, Masterwork, supers, and everything. So it makes you really make a decision, and it goes back to the hobby, and it goes back to you getting an item, really looking at it, oh, this one has Dynamo. Dynamo's a great perk, which means whenever I use my class ability, I get more super energy. Let me lock that piece of gear. What's the power level? I might want to infuse that later on. That might be good for Crucible or you know, something like that. So to me, it's made gear more meaningful, but they need to, I think, add something that we can do within the game to get Masterwork cores that's not necessarily easy, but not overly hard.
I think that's a simple fix.
I don't mind having Masterwork cores be something that we need to use, but I need to have easier access to get them.
Yes.
Yep. I mean, it's exactly what it is. Because, I mean, it clearly is a game design decision that they did, like Sean was kind of explaining there, to basically make you essentially grind a little bit more to get these items, because ultimately that's part of what they want us to do. They want you to come back and keep playing the game, and so they made the decision to say, hey, to infuse these items, to invest in these items, you have to play a little bit more to do that. And I'm fine with that, but like we said, give us another option. I mean, maybe it is like how we have the Ascendant Challenge. Maybe you have like the Masterwork Challenge. Like you said, Sean, maybe it's every 3 days or every 4 days. That's maybe something that resets every 4 days, and you get a bundle of Masterwork cores. And maybe you even have a shot at every time you get it, are you going to get, 7 Masterwork cores this time or 10? And that's something that drops. Like, wasn't there a point back in D1 when Motes of Light were like a big issue? And didn't we used to like... Was it when you
Motes of Light to infuse? I think.
Yeah, you had to use them back, like essentially, and that may be the space or where the idea of Masterwork cores kind of came from. But they got to give us another option for it, or maybe it's just the Nightfall. Do the Nightfall every week, and you get 10 or 15.
A lot of people in chat are saying Xur should sell them, and I did bring that up in my video where I discussed this. And well, there's kind of two sides to that coin. One, I think it almost makes it too easy. If they do have him sell it, he's not going to be cheap. He's going to be like the Spider. Spider's going to be expensive too. But what if Xur brought a weekend quest? Go do something for Xur, because Xur is used. Well, no, he's not. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Xur comes Friday. He says, if you do this by reset, I'm going to give you 25 Masterwork cores, something like that.
Right.
And look, for everyone saying Xur is not useless, Xur brings random rolls, okay?
Right.
If I got a nice Vesper Radius with Dynamo and a few other perks in it, before Forsaken came out, the week before, he hasn't sold anything Forsaken-wise. And guys, look, I want new gear. I only have the Ace of Spades and the Lord of Wolves. I can't get anything else whatsoever. I want him to bring stuff. However, I got to admit, that exotic drops for me. It's Gallahorn Day again. I'm going to freak out.
Yep.
You know, I keep completing these challenges. I've got my microphone ready because I want to let out a scream to think I'm going to get something, and nope, it's another XYZ. You know? Or like, oh my God, no, the worst. This is the biggest buzzkill stream. So many times I'll see an exotic at the end of a strike. I'm like, oh, this is it. This is it. This is it. And nope, it's the freaking exotic sparrow, the one with the rats on the side of it or whatever. Yeah. And man, I am just furious when I see that. Such a buzzkill,
dude. I got the Heart of Inmost Light this week. The Titan chess piece. Yeah, so it's sweet.
Like, what's the perks on that one?
The one that I got. Let's see. Well, the big perk that it has is that it using an ability, so like grenade, melee, or barricade, empowers the other two, and it says empowering means that they have faster regen. Melees and grenades do more damage, and the barricade has more hit points.
Oh, nice.
Then it has well, that's a mod on it. This one has unflinching scout rifle aim and auto rifle reserves. So, but it's cool looking, man. It's like Helm of Inmost Light. Remember, it was kind of cracked at the top. The whole chest piece is kind of cracked. Look like one of those old He-Man action figures where you like hit them and it spins and it looks like they're gouged on the front. It's crazy.
Something I want to bring up real quick that Sean mentioned that I don't think we talked about last week was about the Ace of Spades. And how they changed that quest. Yeah. So it was you had to kill 5 invaders with a hand cannon, and it was only invading people you had to try and kill. You had to get 5 of them with a hand cannon, which, you know, they've got an overshield, and it can be a little bit difficult. So they changed it to make it so you can also just kill 100 regular enemies with a hand cannon, and you get that part of the bounty done for your Ace of Spades. So if you're not great at PvP and you don't kill the invader and whatever, so just use a hand cannon, get something that has some high impact that you can take out mods in a headshot and take out 100 of them, and you get that part of the quest done. So that's something that you should know.
And people were complaining, you know, the sewing circle on Twitter were angry about it. I mean, I got mine the quote legit way. I got 5 invader kills. So I made the joke. I was like, yeah, so we should just get like a special emblem, like or something. But I gotta admit, that was not a fun part of the quest, you know?
Right.
I would basically, I got it done in about 7 games, right? So what I would do is someone would invade. I would use Crimson. I would move away from my teammates. I was solo all the time.
Yep.
They would always come for me, and I would just sit there waiting with Crimson. They're dead, you know?
Right. Yep.
Good stuff. Know. I saw some people saying they should give like an emblem to those who kind of did it the original way, you know, that had to suffer through it. But it's like
whatever. It's still 100. I mean, 100 is still, you know,
it's gonna take time. Yeah.
More reasons to play Gambit, and man, Gambit. Right. I'm telling you, if I wasn't doing YouTube videos full time, and if I wasn't, I would grinding my power level so much, I'd probably be in that Gambit playlist for hours, man. I have too much fun with it.
It's a lot of fun. Awesome. Definitely a lot of fun.
And did we talk about that article that came out recently talking about the making of Gambit? Did you guys read that?
I didn't get a chance to see that, man.
I didn't read it. I just know there was an article that came out, and I want to say it wasn't Game Rant. It was, dang, I can't remember who came out with that article. But it was an article where they interviewed Bungie about the making of Gambit. And it's a really, really cool. It looked like it was going to be awesome. I got to go back and find it and read it, and I'll maybe look it up while we're going through stuff, and
maybe we can put it in the show notes.
Yeah.
Real quick, while we're talking about just some constructive feedback here and a little bit of quality of life stuff, I saw a lot of discussion. Somebody actually tweeted us earlier today about it, about just having to go to the locations to get the bounties. And you know, part of the argument is, hey, you're going to get those bounties. You complete those bounties on those locations. I can understand maybe like the Vanguard ones and the Crucible ones, they're all kind of in a central location. You need to go elsewhere, but it's like you're going to the EDZ. You need to do the EDZ bounties there, right?
Yeah.
I understand it would be great to just maybe log in at one time per day and just say, okay, give me all the bounties right now. I just want all the bounties. But to me, I kind of understand why they're doing that. What's bothering me right now with the bounty system is the clan bounties.
Yeah.
Man,
some of those are
I
annoying.
hate the new clan bounty system. Like, I just do not like it at all. I wish they would just go back to say, hey, whatever you're doing is working towards your clan. And hell, even if you maybe if they increase like the amount you needed to do, even if it was like 10,000 a week, because I feel like I'm doing enough in the game, but if what I'm doing that day doesn't correlate with what the 3 solo bounties are, whatever.
No, I'm not going to go do the escalation protocol bounties. I'm sorry, I got other crap to do.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Or the fact that, you know, it makes you play Crucible or PvP. Like, I wish they would just either PvE or PvP. You know what I mean? I would stay away from the PvP ones. I would just go for the PvE ones, you know?
Yep.
I don't know. So hopefully they'll change that. You know, I know I've seen some people, I even think there was a whole Reddit thread asking all about it. So, you know, we'll see. I just think it was always cool where you could just go in and whatever you were doing was working towards your clan. And it was always great to be, I miss when you would be logged in and you would see that little thing pop up saying like 500 XP because it was somebody else in your clan who was logged in at the same time. They just got 500 and you could go in and see that little bar progressing across.
Yep. Everything should be any XP you do should count towards your clan. Absolutely.
Time Splitter in chat just said they have said that they are looking into making bounties purchasable through the companion app. I actually hope they don't do that because I feel like that's the experience of Destiny. Destiny 1, you went to the tower to get all your bounties. You know, now that we have so many destinations, we're doing the same thing. And for me, it adds to the experience because while I'm flying to a destination or flying to the Spider, then I go to the Dreaming City, I'm inspecting my gear, I'm dismantling stuff, I'm getting like I'm checking all the pursuits that I have. Can I do this one? Can I do this? I'm still getting things done when I'm going to a destination to grab some stuff. So me personally, I don't mind it that we have bounties.
You know what, Sean? Honestly, here's gonna be, and it's more of a personal thing, maybe through my personal experience. But when I get up in the morning, I come down, I usually fire up the companion app as I'm getting my coffee ready to see who's online. Yep. I would absolutely love if as I'm in there pouring my coffee or getting my coffee ready, I could go in and say, oh, here's today's bounties. Pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up. So when I log in, ready to roll. Now instead, I know first world problems or first traveler problems, whatever you want to call it. I got to log in, then I got to go to the tower. Like that would be that's part of my routine already. I would love that to be able to go right in the app.
That would make things a lot easier for a lot of folks, I think. You're right.
Yeah. Or people, you know, you're coming home from work, you just get home at night, you're ready to roll, you're looking to see who's online, just grab what you want to do and just roll with it. I think
I don't mind the location bounties because you're going to have to be on that location to do the bounty anyway. So, and most of the fast point the travel points are right next to the, you know, whoever you need to go see the vendor, and you go pick up the bounties and you want to do them on that because hey, if you need, you know, whatever phase glass needles or whatever, you needed to go to a certain place to get them, you're gonna go pick up those bounties so you can get 30 of those. I don't mind them on the planets, but as far as the clan stuff and other things like that, maybe the ones from shacks or any of the ones in the tower, I think should be able to be picked up anywhere.
Yeah.
Because you have to go to that planet anyway to do that bounty. So who cares if you have to go in and see.
And right now that would include the clan bounties, Kiddo, because that's just another bounty vendor you got to go to when you go to the tower.
Sure. Yep.
So, all right. Well, that's it for the news, I think, this week, guys. Let's move on here to our clan spotlight, the part of the show where we give you a clan. And so if you want to have your clan spotlighted here on the show, head over to our website, theguardiansofdestiny.com. You'll see there's a form to fill out over there, or you can see it in our show notes. Fill it out, and if you're looking for a clan, this one's a great one. Caleb, take it away on this one.
So we got our friends from Sherpa School that we want to spotlight this week. We spotlighted them back in D1. They're friends of ours. There is no better clan if you need help running raids than to go with the guys from Sherpa School. And it says Sherpa School started in the early raiding days of D1. Our core members were having a lot of fun teaching the raids to people on LFG sites and realized that they were Sherpas. After many Sherpa runs, we decided to take the clan more seriously and start recruiting. We played heavily through D1 and stayed strong through D2. We now have about 60 members, with half of those members being active. The drop of Forsaken has reignited the flame for many of our members. Our mission is to help as many people as possible and to teach our members to do the same. We aim to be selfless. We had a lot of really special raiding experience teaching people how to complete the end game content who had special needs or restrictions or who were frustrated by the LFG experience. I think they took somebody through that was deaf too, and there was some really, really cool things that they did. There's a lot of lot of really nice stuff they've done. We stress patience and fun and positive attitudes during the really tough parts of the game. We pride ourselves in finding effective ways to teach the raid mechanics and help people get better at raiding than they think they can be. I will say this real quick, as I'm ad-libbing this one. If you raid with Sherpa School, it is a low-stress raid. There's no anybody yelling at anybody. If you make a mistake, that's fine. They'll say what you did wrong and here's what you need to do. And it's just an awesome experience. In the end, we really love Destiny. It has brought all of us together from around the world with a shared purpose. We have about 60 members with about half of them active. We're currently looking to continue to grow. We're looking for adult and mature members. However, exceptions have been made in the past for underage but mature guardians. We have an influx of recently. We've had an influx recently, and we are on every day. We have folks who love raids, folks who love competitive PvP, and then folks who are not as hardcore but love the game. The contact info is on PSN. Contact Hades Dev, HEDESDEV, Hades Dev. Hades is awesome. He's one of the best raid leaders you'll ever find. Hit those guys up if you want to learn how to raid and you want to be a Sherpa and maybe help some other people as well. They're an awesome group of dudes.
Yep, for sure. I can definitely echo that as well.
Really good guys, yeah.
Yep. All right, let's move on here to the part of the show where we get you involved that we call Messages from the City. Don't forget you can email us feedback at theguardiansofdestiny.com, just like Lagnus did. And he said, hello, guys. Now that I've returned from the forest and had some good time to play Forsaken, I can say that I'll be playing a lot more Destiny than I've had for a year. There's just so much to do again. However, I do have some things I'd like to see changed. He says, Iron Banner. Am I the only one who misses when everyone on the team had Iron Banner gear and shaders? It gave the event that little edge when everyone spawned in with the same colors. It just looked better. He says shaders. The one-time use shaders are a mistake, especially now with random rolls back. So we'll once again have a few different pieces for different use. I think the only shader I have ever bothered to apply here in a year of playing is a couple of Watermelon XO shaders on my ships. Nice. I do like to look good, but it's still just too much of a hassle right now. He says, and then the app. You used to be able to go there and check out your last matches, what medals you got, and what they meant. Now I see medals flashing by on the screen, but I have no idea what they were for or even what they were. It's just a bit unsatisfying. Some minor complaints, but the game is really a lot better now. I'm looking forward to the show. Lagnus. Well, Agnes, thanks for sending those in. And you know what? He has a good point with Iron Banner. That was pretty cool when you go in. Like Sean, you were talking about the tempered buff. Remember, if you had on like the class item and the full gear, you could potentially get more stuff. That was cool. Now, the problem, though, is with power mattering and the economy of the infusion, it would require people to now invest in that Iron Banner gear that they may not want to. So, I don't know. We had another email that was similar to this one about, you know, there was no Iron Banner ship, Iron Banner ghost, Iron Banner shaders, things they called it bling in the email that we got. And I agree. Like one of the cool ships that I got previous to doing the Whisper quest and getting that ship was that Iron Banner ship was pretty cool when you put a neat shader on it. Or I mean, a neat shader on the ship. It was pretty neat. But there weren't those specific emblem ship, you know, those kind of things have always been a part of Iron Banner. Why didn't we have those? I did kind of miss that a little bit. You know, I wonder if Iron Banner would be an opportunity. We talked about faction wars before, like how cool it would be if you had, you know, Dead Orbit versus New Monarchy and all that. Like Iron Banner, I wonder if they could find a way where it's like, and we've talked about what do they call it, transmog, where everybody just looks the same. If they did an event either in faction wars where everybody then wears all Dead Orbit armor and it's not even your choice. Like you have on your armor, but you're transmog to look like your faction. Or do it in Iron Banner where there's like a white team and a green team or whatever the colors that they pick are. Maybe it's gray and green, whatever, just so it's not one team's not at an advantage. But everybody has on Iron Banner gear. So even though you're wearing your regular gear under the hood, if you want to say, visually you're fitting the role of the Iron Banner. Then there's still the fire pits on the ground and the control points and that. I think that would be pretty cool because then like you were saying, Caleb, it would make it this event again. It would really make Iron Banner stand out rather than just being this event where power matters. I think that would be really cool because maybe that is what was missing. I completely forgot about that everybody would be wearing the Iron Banner gear. Iron Banner gear. Yep. Wow. Yep. Yeah, that was what it was, man.
And it looks awesome, by the way, too.
Yeah, it looks cool as hell.
My problem was I didn't get any good rolls because of the random rolls. The perks on it sucked for what I wanted to do. And so I think the only thing that I think I was wearing were I got a good pair of arms with a good roll. And that's literally the only piece of gear that I was wearing Iron Banner wise because of the rolls, because of the perks that I've put in, that I have on other pieces of gear that I needed for PvP.
Yeah.
I didn't get good, I get a fusion rifle perk or something. I'm like, I don't need that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. His complaints about shaders, I think, are the same. Everybody always, nothing's changed there. And then, of course, the app. I mean, the app, it's come a long way. The app for sure. I haven't really gone in to look at my medals and things like that.
Hey, at least it doesn't cost Glimmer to put on a shader anymore. So let's count our blessings.
True. Let's see. We got one more email. This one comes to us from Carrion, and they say, "Hey guys, love the show. Last week's episode touched on Gambit. Bounties for Gambit usually seem fruitless to the overall completion of the objective at hand. A few require you to really vary up your loadout, which is fine, but, and I'll admit, I was one that completed this bounty, jumping up in the air like a Looney Tune, landing sidearm kills to complete an objective doesn't seem as productive to the team's win as other bounties. If they're going to make a legendary drop bounty be challenging, it should really be challenging in a way that encourages the success of the group, not seeing what sort of wacky loadout you can put together and struggle through. Don't you think? Cheers, guys. Carrion."
100% agree with that. When I saw that sidearm bounty, I did not pick it up because I was like, I'm not doing it.
I didn't either.
I want to Gambit, like I said before, Gambit is a game mode I want to win, and my heart starts pounding as I'm seeing their primeval, I'm seeing my primeval, and yeah,
I'm like sidearm shotgun, sidearm shotgun, right?
Yeah, and then that's what sucks is you go in and like the one guy on your team is doing that, and you're like, no, like stop doing that. We need to win this.
Right.
Oh, and you totally can tell when someone's doing bounties because I'll be in an area and I'll be the only one, and I'm getting swarmed by ads. Yep. I'm like, guys, do you want to win this or what? You know what I mean?
No, I'm doing the don't die bounty. I'm sitting here at the bank.
Oh my god,
crazy.
Yeah,
but yeah, Gambit continues to be fun. I think it's just an incredible mode that they added, and I can't wait to see. I saw who was it, Goth or somebody put out they're going to do the Gambit League or whatever it is, but I can't wait to see this thing truly on a competitive level, like something like the ESL, or if MLG jumps on it, whoever it is, and we really get a good competitive competition.
I think Gambit's going to evolve. I think they're just scratching the surface, Right now it's the same thing, taking lieutenants, taking bosses or whatever. I think this is like a stepping stone to them evolving it. Can you imagine if down the road, a year from now, they start throwing in mechanics into it, right? It's not just killing everything. You got to do some things, but also you got to do some mechanics. You got to hold down
mines,
some
yes.
Yeah, dismantle mines, yes. But what if they started throwing in some not crazy mechanics that are like ridiculous, like grab something, a spark, and throw it at another team? But what if they threw in just some mechanics to make it a little bit more interesting than not just killing
vehicles, Sean?
Oh my God!
Give me combined arms, Gambit. Let's go.
A revisited blind. No, sorry, not Blind Watch. First Light, right?
Yes.
Gambit. With pikes and with interceptors.
We would need the moon, though. Please, let's go back to the moon. God,
I want First Light of Bastion, man.
Oh, so good.
That'd be fun.
It was nice how we didn't talk about Pantheon. Pantheon's
it's back.
I didn't get it once, by the way.
Oh,
I didn't get it once. Didn't get it a single time. Well, yeah, you should. It's a sniper map.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's cool they brought that back. Do we know of the new maps coming in? Are they all completely new? None of these are any of them
the ones in Breakthrough are all brand new because they're made for that game mode. But then there's
which Pantheon they said is also going to be a Breakthrough map too, right? They said.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it listed it on there.
It said it'd be one of them.
Yeah, it said it's been released, and that it's going to be one of the new maps.
I didn't see that.
Did they say that any of the Breakthrough new maps will be also in quick play at all? Because I want to play them, but I don't necessarily want to have to play Breakthrough.
I just don't know.
I would hope
until we see how the layout is and how big they are, whether they are too big or small. I mean, if you think of Payload, the way that game mode works, it's kind of just a it's just a a hallway basically. You're trying to go up and back. It's a tug of war, if you will. So that's maybe why Pantheon would work in that, because Pantheon's kind of a long hallway type map. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see
here's how they word it. He says, as for maps, here are some sneak peeks at what every player looking to deploy some breakers might expect next Tuesday. And then they show the pictures. Nowhere does it say, like, also available in quick.
Yeah,
Right.
okay, I'll have to see that. Just real quick, a striking Phoenix brought up a good point in chat. Imagine if there was a fallen walker, or imagine if there was fallen walkers in Gambit.
Oh.
That could be one thing they could add down the road. All of a sudden, in round 2, all of a sudden, halfway through the map, a big
That's
fallen
fine.
walker drops.
My
you know what I
sleeper simulant takes that out in 2 shots. It's fine.
mean? Oh, but they're nerfing it.
Oh, it won't by that point, kid. It definitely won't
Oh.
by that point.
Oh, did we talk about the nerf to sleeper simulant?
Yeah, a little bit. Just an aim assist. It's an aim
It's
assist.
just an aim assist. Yeah, guys, this is the right thing for them to do. Because look,
It is.
they don't want to nerf things. We don't want them to nerf things. Sleeper's a wonderful weapon for PvE and for PvP, obviously. So if it makes it that you need a little bit more skill to get the kill, because look, I have terrible aim and I've missed people with Sleeper Simulant, okay? But if it could still retain the power that we love in Sleeper Simulant for bosses, for solar, for anything, look, they said it a while ago when we had the Vigilance Wing problem going on. We don't want to stomp things down. Let's bring things up to Vigilance Wing. And I think they're doing a great job with that.
I'll say this, Sleeper is not, for general PvP, it is not a good weapon. Because if you are in general, and I tried it a few times in Iron Banner, and I was like, no, this is no good, because the reason that it works in Gambit is because the enemy is so far away. Either when you're invading, they're all the way across the map, or when he invades, if somebody marks him and you know where he is, he's all the way over there, and you can one-shot him cross map. That's why it's good in Gambit.
But you also have heavy all the time, too.
Well, hang on, that's right. And it'll go through an overshield and kill somebody. But in actual PvP, if you're playing Iron Banner, those maps are a little more closer quarters. To hit somebody while that thing is charging and they're jumping around, or I'm using a shotgun, or I'm sliding, good luck killing me, dude.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in your face before you know it, and you're going to be reloading, and I'm going to blast you in the face with a shotgun.
Cluster grenade or cluster bombs, dude, coming out of those rockets. I'm sorry. My bad omens.
Right, bad omens.
You're gonna get those multi-kills every time, man.
I locked on you. Yeah,
I'm still annoying Sins of the Past guy, because now I get 2 rockets now, so now I got 2 kills.
Yeah, true, man. I was always Sins, but now I'm just using bad omens.
Yep, for sure.
That's my baby. The right role. Yep. But all right, guys. So again, email us feedback at theguardiansofdestiny.com. The conversation continues about Destiny 2. Let us know now next week. What do you think of Breakthrough? Because we're definitely going to be diving into Breakthrough next week. And if you have any questions for Fallout, Fallout is going to be here on the show next week. We're going to be talking meta and god rolls when it comes to weapons. But other than that, big thanks to our friends and sponsors here of the show. Again, to our good friends at GamerGoo. Get yourself 10% off an order. Go to gamergoo.com. Use promo code Guardian. And you can start doing it. Get yourself a free trial over there. And on Air PC. If you want to get yourself gaming live on the internet, or hell, you just want to build an awesome gaming PC, call them on Air PC, 330-850-1525. You can find it in the show notes and on screen. Next week, like we said, again, Fallout's going to be here. Follow us on Twitter at Guardians of D. If you want to tune in live, we'll be live at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 Pacific next week at youtube.com/MesaSean. And what else, guys? Anything else? Oh, Bungie Bounty.
Yeah, I do want to say, his Bungie Bounty. But somebody just mentioned No Edge Transit in the chat.
God.
They did make a mistake with that. Has been dropping too commonly, too often,
too much,
and they're changing that to where it's not going to be dropping as often. So.
Sean,
Thank
the bounty,
God.
is it 2 p.m. Eastern?
Wednesday.
Okay, yeah, so Wednesday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm located in New York, so try to match up with me. If we face off in Gambit, if you're on my team, I have to play solo. If you're on my team and we win, you all get bounty. You all get the exclusive emblem. If you're on the opposite team and you win, then you guys get the emblem and we don't on our team. So
nice.
If you're going after me, you're probably going to go with the stack team of 4, but we'll see what happens. I'm getting better and better at carrying people, especially with the specific build I will be going with for Gambit. So
nice.
I'm looking forward to it. And I'll be streaming it right here live on YouTube. Probably I'll start about 15 minutes to 2 p.m. Eastern, and then at 2 p.m. Eastern, I will hit Find Match.
Boom.
There we go.
Well, good luck, Sean. And good luck, everybody out there chasing him down for sure.
Yep.
So, all right, everybody. Thank you here, as always, for making us a part of your week, however you're tuning in, whether it's through iTunes, through Podbean, your podcast service of choice, or through YouTube. Thank you guys so much. And with that, we'll catch you next week. Later.
Where's Yoda?
There's Yoda.
There he is.
Hashtag awesome. Made it to the end. Hey, what's up, guys? Could you guys smash that like button too before you guys head on out. Good show, guys.
Yeah,
so
no
much
doubt.
to talk about, man. Each week, man.
I'm gonna hit
And
the
hey,
like button.
we stuck it out through the December, January, February, when everyone was like, "This game's never gonna recover,"
It
We
did.
called it.
and we say, "Hold my beer."
Yeah.
Like,
Because-
come on, man. If you don't know that Bungie's gonna bring it back, like, come on, man.
Do I dare say this is better than the Taken King?
Yeah.
Easily,
I
Sean.
think-
Easily.
And listen, the Taken King was probably the most amazing thing that I've ever played gaming wise, I think. But there literally is more stuff to do. I mean, Taken King was a whole different vibe and everything, but the vibe, the music, but more important, the things to do and grind.
Yep.
Wow.
Dude, I went and rocked Iron Banner all week this week. I only did 2 of the powerful gear quests.
Mhm.
I did my 1 Gambit match, and I did my 1 strike. That's
And
it.
those are I would say those are even the shitty ones too, man. But you had a
Other
blast
than
in
that,
Iron
I
Banner,
was
man.
playing Iron Banner the whole time.
Yeah.
It was just brilliant. It was
But
great,
that's the
man.
thing. You can do whatever you want to do now. Like
Whatever you wanna
that's
do.
whatever you want to do. Just have fun playing the game. My plan, I think, is I probably have maybe another 2 weeks before I'm gonna say like I think I'll be somewhat raid ready. Because Sean, what are you right now? You did the first encounter.
like
you said.
550s, yeah.
When
we
you-
did the first encounters.
When you did the first encounter, what were you the first time?
First encounter was like 541, 537.
Oh, okay, because I'm 542 right now, so I'm like I wanted to be. I was thinking be 550 before I even think about it.
Beat 550, yeah, because I won't spoil it, but one of the first encounters, you're going to have to kill something by yourself.
Okay.
And unless you're 550, and even with 550, you're still going to have a little tough time taking down this particular thing, whatever, and this and
Gotcha.
that. But,
Dude, I love
yeah.
just once I hit 540, you could actually do like the tier 4 blind well, or not necessarily do it, but at least start damaging the enemies. Because up to that point, you can't do anything. But dude, I'm telling you, we were so close to finishing it, man. Does anybody in the chat know what you get from the tier 4 completion? I don't know what it is.
you know what?
Dude,
I didn't spend much time in the blind well last week. We found some randoms in there, and we ran up to tier 3, and we almost beat tier 3, but still.
Have you beaten tier 3 yet? Because dude, we were just like every time we were crushing tier 3.
Oh wait, no. We did beat tier 3.
You beat tier 3, and then if you have the charge, then you got to put the charge in, and then like the giant ogre this week spawned.
Oh yes, and then you got to kill the big knights.
There's like knights, and then there's wizards, and then there's something else.
So we beat tier 3.
Yep.
Could not. Yeah, we were getting smoked at tier 4. Yeah.
Yeah, because at that point, but we were lucky. We had 9 in there for most of the time, and then one guy left at the end there, and we just had the 8. Power drop on first completion of 50% on your Petra. Okay, cool. All right.
And they patched the Telesto glitch for the blind well as well, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore.
But then really, all it did was speed up the process to get to the boss anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I will say in Iron Banner, there were quite a few people putting Telesto bombs on the heavy.
Really?
I ran into that 6 or 7 times where they go and you go look at the heavy and it's got these little purple things glowing. And you're like, oh shit,
I'm not touching that thing now.
Don't pick that up.
That's pretty funny, man. Awesome. But
Striker
all right,
Finish
stream.
says he knows that tier 4 grants triumph rewards as well as powerful rewards.
Cool.
All right, I think I need to get in there and do tier 4 then. I think.
Yeah.
We're rocking that this week for sure.
Awesome. Well, stream, great show, guys. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be archived. I'll have a reset video for you guys tomorrow, and then we'll be live Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, probably like 15 minutes beforehand, and try to match up with me.
Sean.
Come kill me.
Take him
Or actually,
out.
if you're on my team, come help me so we can win, and you can get an emblem from it too. So.
Yeah.
All
All right, guys. Thank you guys in the stream. We'll catch you later.
See you guys.